So in today's episode, I will be replacing this, not this, I'll be replacing that boost gauge with this boost gauge. I tried to do a short video of unboxing this if you want to see what's all in there. But basically this is Jank Alex's boost gauge, and this is GlowShift oil pressure gauge, and I wanted to have a matching gauges, matching brand of gauges. And also I kind of messed up this gauge by dropping it, and now it's reading complete nonsense. It's not plugged in right now. Now the boost gauge that I chose is the one that only goes up to 15 psi, because I'm not planning to run much pressure, and I didn't want to have boost gauges that go up all the way to 30 psi and not have it more than 5 psi or 10 psi. That would be kind of lame. So that's why I wanted to have a gauge that is actually more appropriate to the amount of boost I want to run in my car. I think that's one of the older models before cars were high pressure boosted. That's why it's different from all other modern GlowShift gauges. And one of the things that is old is that it doesn't have a connector on the back of it. So basically you have to solder this in, and if I solder it in, and then if I want to change my bezel, I'll have to unsolder it or cut the wires and resolder it again. And yeah, for that purpose I wanted to install connectors. I bought some PCB headers and prongs, so I'm gonna chop it off somewhere here and just solder a bunch of headers into here, so I'm able to disconnect it without messing it up. And there it is. There is the connection. I know this is Jank, and people who are actually know about connection soldering and safety tell me this is stupid, but that's how I did it. So there is actually electrical tape around each wire, and then just shrink wrapped everything together. So I think it's fairly solid and totally Jank. Alright, got my head-mounted GoPro. Actually, I never even tested how well the audio comes through the GoPro. Hopefully it's coming through fine. And I wish there was a way to preview what I'm recording, but there isn't. Maybe I don't know how to use an app. Continuing with installation of the boost gauge. So I need to run this vacuum line, and there. This is the vacuum C I'm going to use, and I was planning to split it off from here. So from my understanding, this is a check valve. This is just vacuum or not vacuum. From my understanding, there is no check valve here. This is just piping, hosing, and the check valve itself is here. Well, actually, I can check it. I should just pull this off and see if I can. Oh, there's a lot of vacuum in there. Okay. Okay, it is a check valve. And I also actually should check if there's another check valve here. Okay. Yeah, there's no check valve there. Definitely tastes like intake, and I'm able to blow air in and out. So there is no check valve here. This is just an elbow inducting. And yeah, so this is if you guys would need a boost line or vacuum gauge. No, don't do vacuum gauges. If you want a boost gauge and you have something boosted, I think this is a good place to get it. Alright, so by looking at this, I decided I need to cut it somewhere about there. So this one's gonna be kind of buttered up against there. So oh well, good enough. Nice. And this one will go here. Aha. Looking pretty good, if I may say so myself. And of course I'll need to put hose clamps on this, but under vacuum I don't expect this thing is gonna blow in off anywhere. And vacuum future boost sensor input is gonna sit right there. Nice. All right, let me take apart the dash now. I almost forgot how much of a pain it is to take it all apart. Anyway, so I think I've got everything wired up there now. Gonna go connect the battery and then let's see how they look. Battery reconnected. Well, I think I didn't blow a fuse yet, so that's a good start. Haha, on the camera it actually looks purple. In reality, they are blue. Okay, so this is white. Okay, nice. They are matching. And there was a problem with these gauges before. So it has accessory power, ground, and headlight wires connected to it, so they will dim themselves when the headlights go on. Very nice. But the problem is that it has constant power, so it's able to remember what color it's supposed to stay at, except it doesn't. Whenever I try to start the car, it will forget. Let's see if it does it again. Yep, it's not visible on the camera, but let's change the color to red. But the pressure gauge forgets its color, so yeah, it resets it back to blue, which is kind of lame. What I was thinking is to maybe add a capacitor and see if it makes a difference. Because for that split second when the power is cut, for some reason it just loses all its stuff. So yeah, let me see if I can add a capacitor and see if it helps. I don't even know what to say. I accept, yeah, so this is the 2200 millifarads 24 volt capacitor. It's stupid. I know this is ridiculous, but this problem is also stupid. So sometimes maybe stupid problem requires a stupid solution. I don't even know if it's gonna work, but let's see what happens. Well, technically I already connected capacitor to constant power, so the capacitor should be fully charged right now. Now, let's change this color. Okay, let me see if I can crank it. So hopefully I don't blow a fuse. Okay. No, it didn't work. Alright, this might be a very nauseating clip, but let me give it a try. So, there it is. There's the vacuum line. And then I just pushed it through this grommet here, where I cut the hole. So, just pushed it in there. Then I just pulled it through right there. Not sure if it's gonna be visible at all. And then I just tucked it in underneath here. There's a wiring harness there. Yep. So this is the vacuum wire. This is the oil pressure sensor wire. Vacuum tube, and I just pushed it up there. Probably not anything, and I'm sure now probably not gonna be remotely comprehensible on the screen, but anyway, doing my best here. Alright, so, and it comes out right here. And then there is the vacuum signal, I mean the oil pressure signal. So I'll just connect it to the gauge here. I know this gauge pod is a little bit flimsy. Actually, design intent is to use a zip tie around here. So, and also vinyl wrap it too. The capacitor solution, stupid solution for stupid problem, didn't work. So the colors still reset themselves every time the car is started. And I've already cranked the car a few times. I think I have like less than 12 volts. So this time it's gonna be for real. Gonna start it out. Well, actually, before I start it for real, let me see here. Yes, yes. Let's see this. For some reason I was holding down the gas. I forgot that I need to hold down the clutch, not the gas. If you hold down the gas, you'll just keep on cranking. Okay, the gauges are working. Ooh. My goodness, look at that. So cool. If only it would go in the boost zone, but you know, it's gonna take a while to get there. Okay, well, I'm actually pretty happy, despite the failure of it not being the right colors. Like the white one actually looks better. Dope. Okay, well, Yeah, I don't know, it's also probably not visible on camera, the colors, but I'm trying to find the matching color of the gauge cluster to the gauges. This is like teal color, which is like part green, part blue, and I don't think there is such color here. Well, there's actually two whites. So there's blue, green, red. I think this is white. This is yellow. This is purple. And this is white again. Oh god, I know. Or this actually, yeah, maybe this is teal, because it does look a little bit more bluish than this one. So after red, this is supposed to be teal. Yep. Okay, well, let me start putting things back together. So the gauges are to the correct brightness now. I didn't do anything. Actually, I did a lot of stuff. I rewired, checked all the wiring connections there, and it was totally fine. Then I disconnected, reconnected it a few times. I tried to finagle it, plug in different wires. Nothing helped. And then I just plugged it in, and now it's working. And it's all correct brightness. So if everything holds up until tomorrow, I will make a point POV driving video. If it doesn't hold up, I don't know if people want to see half working, half not working gauges, so maybe I will not do POV drive video. Hopefully it holds up. Well, let me reassemble this for the millionth time. Okay, actually I think I forgot to explain this because I already installed another GlowShift gauge, so I already knew this, but this is the wiring for the GlowShift gauge. Yellow is constant, red is ignition switch, so same thing as you turn on your radio. When your radio comes on, the gauge is gonna come on. Orange is the headlight switch, and black is ground. I was able to get a black headlight switch from the CAN bus decoder, which came as part of my stereo. So if you don't have a CAN bus decoder over there, I doubt you'll be able to find headlight switch wire coming from that area. You probably need to wire it directly to your actual switch on the left hand side there, where you actually switch it on, or somewhere in the fuse box. Also, and there's a discount code valid for the rest of the year, or until the end of the year, so 6 more months for you.